You know the feeling. You're sitting at home feeling the warm summer breeze waft through an open window when you realize it's time for one of the essentials of summertime. And no, I'm not talking about sunscreen. And no, I'm not talking about that trip to the local spa that you've been thinking about since you first saw it on Pinterest. Although there'll be plenty of room for that later. And no, I'm not talking about going out to the ballpark. I'm talking about cherry pie. A big old fat cherry pie. Look at all those high-resolution photos of cherry pie. Sorry if it takes a while for them to load. If it's been a few minutes and you still don't see them, maybe you should try upgrading your internet. Your area is eligible for high-speed fiber optic. I love baking pies. Of course, if you follow this blog, you know that already. But there's something about cherry pies. The sphericity of the cherries, the sense of fruit suspended in a continuum like a microcosm of the cosmic order, that shade of red just beneath the lattice, a pure color of the sort that might be easily used by philosophers of mind, is an illustration of the idea of qualia. The term qualia derives from the Latin neuter form of adjective quas, meaning I got this recipe from my grandmother, but that could just as easily have never happened. My grandmother, she was living in Poland in 1939 when the Nazis invaded, and she fled east into the Soviet-occupied regions. But during the later years of the war, the Soviets took a liking to her cherry pies, and oh gosh, they arrested her and they forced her to make them on demand for the NKVD, but they had a shortage of ingredients, so they forced her to alter the recipe, and she nearly forgot the parts that make it so special. She wrote down several copies, but she later feared that she might be accused of subversion if she was found with such a decadent recipe.